In this half hour, we begin with breaking news out of the 2024 presidential race. Thanks for staying with us. I'm Priscilla Casper.
And I'm Corey Smith. Former New Jersey Governor Chris Christie is reportedly dropping out of the Republican primary race. Let's go and take a live look. He is at a campaign event in New Hampshire on the stage right now talking to the audience. Not sure if he has uttered the words, "I'm dropping out" yet, but that is what reports are suggesting. It comes just days ahead of the Iowa caucus, with the New Hampshire primary not far behind. Christie's departure could make room for other candidates. That's where NBC 10 Boston political commentator and my At Issue co-host Sue O'Connell comes in. Sue, now that Chris Christie is out, where do his votes go?
Well, on paper, right, they would go to Nikki Haley, I think. But as we know, as we've talked about in the past, election votes are kind of crazy. There were people who were either going to vote for Trump or for Bernie Sanders, right? So, but on paper, this definitely does open the way for Nikki Haley in New Hampshire. In Iowa, Chris Christie was not much of a player, not a lot going on there for him. So Iowa, whatever's going to happen was going to happen. But when we get to New Hampshire, this is where things might come into play, further boosting Haley forward. So he hasn't uttered the words yet. I'm watching at my desk over here and hearing in my ear that he is going to pull out of the race. But at the same time, we don't expect that he's going to endorse anyone either. And that's also a twist on this.
Well, Sue, the top headline, of course, Chris Christie getting out of the race, but you and I have sort of just been texting now. That may be the sidebar to what happened today. MSNBC reporting on this hot mic moment where he appeared to call Governor Ron DeSantis petrified and basically said Nikki Haley doesn't have what it takes to beat Trump. So to my first question that I asked you, are his voters going to go to the candidate who he says is either petrified or can't beat Donald Trump?
Well, everything that he said so far in this speech that I was listening to is about why he was in the race, to tell the truth, the same reason he was in the race last time in 2016, that Donald Trump basically cannot become president because of the things that he says Donald Trump has done. He's also taking shots at people like Representative Elise Stefanik for calling the January 6 people who have been convicted hostages. So he's not going down without a fight. He's still saying the same things he said in the campaign. I imagine that, you know, it's an unfortunate hot mic incident. We don't really know what he was saying. I don't know what DeSantis is petrified about and why he's telling Chris Christie. I'm kind of going to deep dive into that. But whether or not Haley has it right now or not, she may have it as she gets through New Hampshire.
And a penny for Donald Trump's thought now that the main candidate who was bashing him on the trail is now getting out of the race. We'll see how the other candidates.
But I'm sure he's not going to shut up, Corey.
No, I'm sure he won't. Thank you, Sue.